curious if it's gonna, pre-treatment's gonna help with this stain right here. Looks kind of permanent, but we never know. Always gotta test it out, see if you can get it to come out. Because sometimes ones that look like they're not gonna budge will pop right out, so we always try and pre-treat them, especially if somebody tells us exactly what it is. Then we can go straight to the correct chemistry and have a higher success rate of getting it out, so long as they didn't try and treat it with anything that could potentially set it in. Possibility. It's looking good. Once it's rinsed out, it should look really nice. Okay, do a quick little walkthrough of just pre-agitation. As you can tell, most of the wear is basically to that room and into the master. Kind of loops right to the bathroom. Otherwise, we're looking good. Should shape up pretty well. down to the last room. He's doing a great job. Everything is cleaning up just fine. Some of those discolorations, they did not pop out in the master bedroom. We shall see if this one right there does, but being stuck under a piece of furniture for who knows how long usually isn't a good sign. But like I said earlier in the video, it was pre-treated when we got here after vacuuming, so it has been dwelling for, I don't know, 45 minutes at this point, if not a little more. But he's basically going over everything, what we consider twice, which is an up and down stroke like that, and then back over it again, up, down, and then dry pass. So technically, I guess 3 times. Two rinsing and 1 full dry. So this is a very short hose run. We're running 2-inch hoses. From our machine, and then it runs to that filter and then goes down to a single 2-inch hose to the wand. So he's only got 50 feet of 2-inch hose in front of the filter. So our machine is a little quieter right now because it's actually on the setting above idle, which is usually what we run for upholstery. But this machine's got such strong suction, and when I need only 1 50-footer in front of the filter, his suction is quite good right now. So this carpet will probably be feeling dry to the touch in like 5-6 hours, even though it's winter time, and what I just discussed with the machine being on a lower setting. Sometimes it's not necessary when it's a big truck mount to run it on what I consider the medium setting, which is where I normally have it when cleaning carpet. But because we're not running 100 feet in front of the filter, there are some carpets where you can get away with just doing the one. So like this rug is kind of thick, so the wand just kind of holds right down on the carpet, and his strength of the vacuum is quite nice. So we'll get the job done, and it will save a little bit on gas, because on this setting it is about a gallon or maybe 1.5 gallons of gas per hour that the machine will consume, based on what I recall hearing from the manufacturer of this machine. So not bad. So I try and think of those things when I'm out doing work, so I can conserve a little bit in one area if allowed. But I'd say 95% of the jobs I'm running on the normal setting, just because I want usually the max amount of suction I can get for drying it out. But being an empty house, it's not as much of a concern. And for how strong it is, if you was to lift the wand off the carpet right now, you'd be able to hear how loud it is. It's pretty good. So that's one of the joys of having this big machine, is it's got a higher suction capabilities, more CFM and lift basically, which means we can do longer hose runs and not have significant drop in suction. So when it's a short hose run like this, our suction's still quite good. But yeah, this is turning out great. Wasn't really dirty, but come tomorrow it'll probably be a little bit brighter once it's fully dried. Every job I've ever gone back to do other work at after the carpets were done, the next day it always looked a little bit brighter, which is pretty cool to see, because it already looks fantastic. So when you go back and see that it looks a little better the next day, it's a pretty good feeling. out, so I'm glad that came out because that looked kind of tacky there, but it turned out well. Let's see what we got in the filter. Oh, that was a decent amount.